Picture this. It's 3 a.m. again. Your eyes burn from the screen, your back aches from the chair, and your mind won't shut off. You tell yourself, just finish this one thing, then you'll rest. But deep inside, that familiar ache returns. The fear that if you stop now, someone else will pass you. You see the notifications, another person announcing a promotion, a new house, a life that looks effortless. And the question hits hard. Why am I still grinding while they seem to have it all? That restlessness, that quiet panic, it's ambition speaking. It promises freedom, respect, security, but it never shows you the receipt up front. Success isn't free. It takes pieces of your health, your relationships, your peace, your very character. Today, let's face the full cost honestly. No sugarcoating, no excuses, so you can choose your path with open eyes, the way the Stoics did. If this truth is landing with you, if you're ready to stop paying blindly and start paying wisely, smash that like button right now, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We're building real wisdom here, one calm truth at a time. Let's begin. Number 1, the cost of your time and life's true length. Time is the only true currency you possess, and ambition treats it like an endless credit line. Seneca wrote plainly in his letters that we do not suffer from short lives. We suffer from wasting them. You chase success thinking it will buy you more time later. Early retirement, freedom to travel, days without pressure. But the reality is crueler. The higher you climb, the more demands appear. Emails multiply at midnight. Meetings crowd mornings you once reserved for quiet reflection. What begins as temporary sacrifice becomes a permanent rhythm. Years slip away not because life is brief, but because ambition devours the hours you could have lived fully. Seneca asked, "Why guard money so carefully yet scatter time so recklessly?" Ambition answers that question by making you extravagant with the one thing you cannot replace. The present moment vanishes under the weight of future promises. You postpone simple joys, a slow walk, a real conversation, reading a book without glancing at your phone, because ambition insists the good stuff comes after the next milestone. Epictetus reminded us that we are disturbed not by events, but by our judgments about them. When you judge every idle minute as wasted, you train yourself to live in constant preparation instead of actual living. The child who wants 5 more minutes of your attention grows up while you chase the next quarter's numbers. The friend who once laughed easily with you now texts less because your replies are always delayed. Stoicism teaches that life consists of what you attend to right now. Ambition redirects your attention outward endlessly, leaving the inner life starved. Your body becomes the first silent casualty. Chronic stress from endless striving tightens muscles, raises blood pressure, disrupts sleep until exhaustion feels normal. You tell yourself it's worth it. That pain is temporary. But Marcus Aurelius, who ruled the greatest empire, yet wrote nightly to guard his soul, knew better. He reminded himself that the present is all we have, and health is fragile. Ambition often trades decades of vitality for a few years of status. The successful executive collapses at 55, the body worn out from years of cortisol and caffeine. The price isn't just hours lost. Its quality of life eroded long before the end arrives. Relationships erode in ways that feel gradual, then irreversible. Family adapts at first. They learn to expect your absence, to celebrate wins from afar. But adaptation turns to resentment. Children remember the empty chair at dinner more than the trophies you brought home. Spouses grow distant when conversations revolve only around goals and obstacles. Seneca observed that many chase greatness at the cost of those closest to them, only to find solitude at the summit. Friends fade because you become the person who is always too busy. Ambition whispers they will wait. Reality shows they move on. The Stoic measures wealth not in gold, but in loyal connections built through presence and virtue. Even achievement brings no rest. The finish line keeps moving. You hit one goal, feel brief satisfaction, then immediately scan for the next. Seneca called this the endless treadmill of desire. The more you gain, the more you need to prove it wasn't luck. The hunger never quiets, because external success cannot fill an internal void. Marcus Aurelius fought this daily, writing to himself, "Tie your worth to your actions, not others' opinions or outcomes." Without that discipline, ambition turns victory into new pressure, stealing peace from the very thing it promised to deliver. In the quiet hours, the deepest cost reveals itself, the life unlived. Not the glamorous one history might remember, but the ordinary, rich one. Days filled with meaning, laughter, stillness. Stoicism does not forbid ambition. It demands you align it with wisdom. Pursue goals that leave space for virtue, for presence, for the people who matter. Otherwise, success arrives, but you find an empty vessel staring back, rich in titles, poor in lived moments. Choose now. Pay the price of endless wanting, or the smaller price of disciplined focus. The first costs everything. The second preserves what truly matters. Number 2, the cost of your inner peace and freedom. Ambition chains your tranquility to things beyond your control. Epictetus taught the clearest boundary. Some things are up to us. Our judgments, efforts, choices, and everything else is not. When success becomes your measure of worth, every external event threatens your peace. A missed promotion feels like personal defeat. A rival's win stings like betrayal. Praise lifts you temporarily, but criticism crashes harder because your identity now rides on opinion. Marcus Aurelius warned, "Ambition means tying well-being to what others say or do. Sanity ties it to your own reasoned actions." Without that shift, freedom dissolves. You become a slave to outcomes, applause, rankings. Rest becomes impossible. The mind races at night, replaying conversations, planning contingencies, comparing trajectories. Seneca described this as voluntary slavery. We hand the keys to desire and fear. True Stoic freedom arrives when you want only what is yours to give: virtuous effort, honest work, calm acceptance. But unchecked ambition demands results, so rest feels like laziness, silence like failure. You postpone peace until one day, the scoreboard says you're safe. That day rarely comes. The successful often report deeper anxiety at the top. More to lose, more eyes watching. Inner calm is traded for external validation. Envy and comparison poison gratitude. You scroll past others' highlights and feel smaller, even as your own achievements grow. Marcus Aurelius practiced daily reminders not to let others' actions disturb your soul. Ambition thrives on contrast. If someone has more, you have less. This endless measuring erodes joy in what you already hold. A quiet evening at home loses shine next to a colleague's viral post. Stoicism counters this by returning focus inward. What did I do well today? Did I act with courage, justice, temperance? When worth rests there, envy loses its grip. Fear of falling becomes heavier than the dream of rising. Every decision carries existential weight because success defines you. A setback isn't just a delay, it's proof you're unworthy. Epictetus offered freedom here. Act with full effort, then accept what fate delivers. But ambition makes acceptance feel like surrender. You must win, or identity crumbles. This constant vigilance exhausts the spirit. The Stoic path is lighter. Pursue excellence for its own sake. Detach from results. Success may come or not. Peace remains yours either way. Ordinary joys fade into insignificance. A perfect sunrise, a kind word from a stranger, finishing a simple task well, these shrink beside the big prize. Life narrows to checkpoints, and everything else feels like procrastination. Seneca urged pulling back from empty pursuits. Ask if your ambitions have a natural end. Most do not. They expand forever. Reclaim the small by recognizing its enduring value. The trophy gathers dust. A moment of genuine presence lingers in memory. True success is inner freedom. Ambition can hand you the world, yet leave your soul in chains. Epictetus said, "Suppress desire for what is not yours, and tranquility arrives." Align pursuits with virtue. Do excellent work, but hold it lightly. Pay the price of detachment willingly, and success becomes a servant, not a master. Pay blindly, and even the greatest victory feels like defeat. Number 3. The cost to your relationships and connections. Ambition forces repeated choices. Work over people. You cancel dinners, delay calls, show up distracted. At first, loved ones accommodate. They see your drive, believe in your dream. But patterns form. Seneca noted that many trade life itself for status that fades. The small absences accumulate. Missed birthdays, half-listened stories, promises postponed. Family feels secondary. Children learn early that goals matter more than presence. Spouses carry unspoken loneliness. The Stoic sees relationships as arenas for virtue, patience, kindness, loyalty. Sacrifice them, and you lose practice grounds for the soul. Trust phrase quietly. Just this deadline becomes a default excuse. Broken commitments build resentment, even if no one speaks it. Friends stop reaching out because your world feels closed off. Seneca warned that voluntary servitude to ambition enslaves not just you, but those around you. The people who once shared your burdens now hesitate to burden you. Connection requires reciprocity, time, attention, vulnerability. Ambition often makes you unavailable for any of it. You change in ways that push others away. Success breeds impatience, self-focus, judgment. The hunger that drives you can make you brusque, dismissive. Marcus Aurelius, amid imperial power, urged himself toward kindness. Treat others as kin, even when exhausted. Without that effort, ambition hardens character. Loved ones sense the shift. They see less warmth, more calculation. The person they love becomes the achiever first, the human second. Isolation arrives at the peak. Crowds cheer wins, but few know the real you. Superficial alliances form. Networking, not friendship. The ones who truly saw you fade into distance. Seneca observed that great achievement often leaves solitude. The higher you stand, the thinner the air of genuine connection. Ambition promises admiration. It delivers echoes. True wealth lies in bonds that endure setbacks, not just celebrate wins. Rebuilding demands more than ambition ever asked. Lost years with children cannot return. Unsaid words to aging parents stay unsaid. Stoicism places duty to others at the center. Justice means giving each person their due, starting with presence. Ignore this, and success feels like ash. The empire builder who dies alone is a cautionary tale across centuries. People are the point. Monuments crumble. Meaning lives in memories shared. Pursue ambition with virtue as guardrail. Fairness in dealings, kindness in power, loyalty in promises. Costs lessen when relationships remain sacred. Otherwise, the biggest price isn't failure. It's arriving at the top to find no one waiting with open arms. Number 4. The cost to your character and moral compass. Ambition tempts compromise. Just this once becomes habit. You bend truth for advantage. Justify harshness for progress. Seneca warned ambition never looks back. It blinds while promising glory. Each small moral discount erodes integrity. The line between ambition and corruption blurs when ends justify means. Stoics measure life by character, not conquest. Lose virtue, and even crowns feel stolen. Pressure reveals who you are. Deadlines, competition, fear of falling push shortcuts. Honesty sacrificed for speed. Fairness traded for edge. Humility lost to ego. Marcus Aurelius fought daily against these drifts, reminding himself power tests soul. Without vigilance, success reshapes you. Arrogance creeps in, entitlement follows. The person who started pure becomes unrecognizable. Your choices ripple outward. Teams suffer when you prioritize self over right action. Partners lose trust when promises bend. Communities pay when leaders chase personal gain. Epictetus asked, "At what price do you sell your freedom of choice?" Ambition often answers, "Cheap." The Stoic demands alignment. Pursue excellence through virtue, not around it. Regret waits in silence. Years later, awards fade, moments of betrayal linger. The deal that cost your principles, the lie that won the contract. These haunt more than any failure. True success leaves no shame. Seneca said, evil offers inducements. Ambition delivers corruption unless checked by philosophy. Character alone survives. Death takes wealth, fame, power, but not who you became. Build ambition on courage with kindness, effort with honesty. Otherwise, success hollows you. The Stoic promise: live well internally, and external loss loses sting. The highest ambition serves wisdom. Align drive with virtue. Accept outcomes calmly. Pay moral costs now through discipline, or pay regret later. The first path costs effort. The second costs soul. Number 5. The cost to your true purpose and lasting fulfillment. Ambition confuses markers with meaning. Money, status, fame feel like purpose, but they never satisfy. Epictetus taught happiness aligns with nature, reason, virtue, acceptance, not endless getting. Chase externals, and fulfillment slips away. Seneca said life feels unfinished when desires lack limit. The next level promises peace. It delivers new hunger. You live in postponement. Joy waits until success. But success moves. Seneca urged, pull back from empty pursuits. Ask if ambitions end naturally. Most do not, they expand. Fulfillment hides in the present. In effort, right action, gratitude. Ambition steals now for later that rarely arrives. The peak often breaks the illusion. Many reach heights and feel empty. The view dazzles, but the soul asks, worth it? Marcus Aurelius reflected amid power. Externals cannot touch inner calm. Ambition without wisdom answers no. Victory feels like a borrowed coat. True purpose endures beyond outcomes. It lies in becoming better, wiser, kinder, stronger in virtue. Align ambition here, and costs shrink. Success becomes byproduct, not idle. Epictetus, desire only what's yours. Tranquility follows. Stoicism offers freedom. Pursue good. Accept what comes. Peace regardless. Blind ambition costs everything worth having. Time, peace, people, character, meaning. Wise ambition costs discipline, but returns a life well lived. Number 6. The cost to your health and physical vitality. Ambition often treats the body as a machine to be pushed until it breaks. You skip sleep for deadlines. Eat whatever is quick. Ignore warning pains because success waits for no one. Seneca warned that many chase greatness so fiercely they forget the vessel carrying them through life. The body does not negotiate. Neglect compounds quietly. Years of stress hormones erode immunity, tighten arteries, weaken bones. What feels like temporary discomfort becomes chronic illness. The executive who bragged about 80-hour weeks now battles heart issues in his 50s. Stoicism reminds us, health is not guaranteed. It is loaned, and ambition can demand repayment with interest. You trade vitality for velocity. Rest becomes weakness in the eyes of drive. Marcus Aurelius, despite ruling an empire amid constant war and plague, prioritized simple habits: early rising, moderate food, reflection, to preserve strength. He knew a worn-out body cannot sustain wise action. Ambition promises power, but delivers fatigue that dulls judgment. Decisions made in exhaustion favor shortcuts, anger, regret. The price shows in missed mornings where energy once flowed freely, now replaced by fog and resentment toward the very goals you set. Mental health fractures under strain. Anxiety becomes companion. Fear of falling behind, of not being enough. Depression lurks when wins feel empty. Epictetus taught freedom from disturbance by controlling only what is yours. But ambition ties peace to externals, so every market dip, every missed target, shakes the soul. Therapy waits until breakdown. Medication patches symptoms ambition caused. The Stoic asks, is the crown worth a mind that races even in silence? Addiction sneaks in as escape. Alcohol to unwind, scrolling to numb, work itself as drug. anything to avoid facing the void. Seneca observed that excess in pursuit often leads to excess in relief. The successful mask burnout with stimulants, only deepening the cycle. Body and mind pay together. Liver strained, sleep fractured, clarity lost. True strength lies in temperance, not endless pushing. Aging accelerates. Wrinkles deepen from constant frowning over spreadsheets. Joints ache from ignored recovery. Energy that should fuel family, hobbies, service instead fuels meetings. Marcus Aurelius reflected nightly on mortality to live deliberately. Ambition blinds to finitude until illness forces pause. Then regret floods. Why did I not honor the body that carried my ambitions? The deepest cost is realizing health was the foundation everything else stood on. Lose it, and success loses meaning. Stoicism teaches care for the body as duty to virtue, strength to act justly, endure wisely, pursue goals that respect limits, or watch ambition quietly dismantle the one tool you truly own. Choose recovery as discipline, not indulgence. The wise pay small daily prices to avoid catastrophic ones later. Number 7. The cost to your authenticity and sense of self. Ambition reshapes identity around achievements. You become the founder, the top performer, the one who made it. Marcus Aurelius warned against letting externals define the inner man. When success becomes who you are, any stumble threatens existence. The person who started with quiet values, curiosity, kindness, morphs into someone performing for approval. Authenticity fades as you curate a version others admire. You adopt masks to fit expectations. Confidence turns performative. Humility sacrificed for perceived strength. Epictetus urged examining roles. Are you playing them, or are they playing you? Ambition demands the role of winner at all costs. Brash if needed, distant if strategic. Friends notice the change. You notice it in the mirror. The genuine laugh becomes rare. Conversations turn transactional. Value shifts subtly. Integrity bends for opportunity. Compassion narrows to those who help the climb. Seneca cautioned the desire for greatness often corrupts quietly. The person who once helped freely now calculates returns. Self-respect erodes when actions no longer align with principles. You justify compromises until they feel normal. Loneliness grows from disconnection to self. You lose touch with what truly matters to you. Simple pleasures, quiet reflection, unfiltered thoughts. Ambition crowds out introspection. Marcus Aurelius wrote meditations to return to his core amid power. Without that anchor, success hollows the self. You achieve much yet feel like an imposter in your own life. Regret surfaces in quiet moments. Who was I before the chase? What dreams did I abandon for this path? Epictetus taught freedom through self-knowledge. Ambition obscures it, replacing inner compass with external scorecard. The price is a life lived as someone else's version of success. Reclaiming authenticity demands courage. To say no, to rest, to value character over status. Stoicism offers the path. Examine daily. Act virtuously, detach from praise. Pursue ambition without letting it redefine you. Otherwise, success arrives, but the self that dreamed it is gone, replaced by a stranger wearing your name. Number 8. The cost to your freedom and autonomy. Ambition promises liberation, financial freedom, influence, choice, yet often delivers new chains. Success multiplies obligations, teams to lead, investors to satisfy, reputation to protect. Seneca described the treadmill of desire, always running, never freer. The more you gain, the more you must maintain. Freedom shrinks as responsibilities expand. You trade independence for interdependence. Decisions no longer yours alone. Boards, partners, public opinion weigh in. Epictetus defined true freedom as ruling your own judgments, not external circumstances. But ambition ties worth to status, so criticism or downer feels like imprisonment. Autonomy erodes when every move is watched, judged, expected. Time becomes scheduled by others. Meetings, calls, appearances dictate days. Marcus Aurelius, emperor, still carved moments for personal reflection. Most successful lack that luxury. Ambition demands availability. Freedom to wander, to think deeply, to say no without consequence vanishes. Lifestyle inflation binds tighter. Bigger house means bigger mortgage. Status symbols demand income streams. Seneca warned against possessions, owning the owner. Ambition fuels upgrades that lock you in. More to earn, more to fear losing. True autonomy lies in needing little. Fear of decline enslaves. The higher the peak, the harder the fall feels. Epictetus taught indifference to externals preserves freedom. Ambition makes loss catastrophic. Identity, security, respect at stake. You live defensively, not freely. Stoicism reclaims freedom. Focus on virtue, accept outcomes, desire only what is yours. Align ambition with this, and success serves rather than rules. Pay the price of detachment, or watch autonomy become the greatest casualty. Gain the world, lost command of your own soul. Number 9. The cost of your legacy and true impact. Ambition chases visible legacy, titles, wealth, fame, yet it often produces shallow footprints. Marcus Aurelius reflected that empires fade, only character endures. The drive for monuments can lead to actions that harm more than help. Legacy built on ego crumbles when truth emerges. You prioritize scale over depth, quick wins over lasting good. Seneca criticized pursuits that dazzle but lack substance. Ambition tempts cutting corners for speed, exploiting others, ignoring ethics. Impact becomes measured in numbers, not lives touched meaningfully. Relationships suffer, weakening true legacy. Children inherit absence more than wealth. Friends remember distance over support. Epictetus urged justice toward all. Neglect this, and legacy sours. Admired from afar, unloved up close. Burnout limits long-term contribution. Exhausted, you withdraw when wisdom is most needed. Marcus Aurelius sustained service through discipline. Ambition without balance shortens the season of influence. Public image overshadows private virtue. Scandals reveal gaps between persona and person. Seneca warned ambition blinds to flaws. Legacy, tainted by hypocrisy, lasts as cautionary tale. True legacy flows from virtue, kindness, wisdom, justice practiced daily. Stoicism teaches impact through example, not acclaim. Pursue ambition serving others, or watch it build statues that time erases while meaningful lives fade unremembered. Number 10. The cost to your spiritual depth and connection to something greater. Ambition narrows vision to material goals, starving the soul. Epictetus saw humans as part of rational cosmos. Ambition disconnects from that harmony. Success feels ultimate until emptiness asks, "Is this all?" Spiritual depth requires stillness ambition rarely allows. You postpone meaning for milestones. Reflection, gratitude, wonder wait until later. Seneca urged contemplating nature, mortality. Ambition crowds out awe. Life becomes transactions, not mystery. Connection to greater purpose weakens. Marcus Aurelius saw himself as thread in universal weave. Ambition makes self central. Ego inflates, humility shrinks. The soul hungers for alignment with virtue, reason, nature. Success feeds only appetite. Gratitude vanishes. Winds feel owed, not gifted. Epictetus taught accepting fate with thanks. Ambition breeds entitlement. More never enough. Spiritual peace requires recognizing impermanence. Crisis reveals the void. Loss or plateau forces confrontation. What endures? Stoicism offers anchor, virtue, acceptance, service. Ambition without this leaves soul adrift. Reconnect through daily practice. Examine motives. Accept limits. Serve beyond self. Align ambition with cosmic role and costs lighten. Otherwise, success crowns an empty throne. Achieved everything, connected to nothing lasting. So here we stand, having looked plainly at the full receipt ambition presents, stolen time that never returns, peace traded for pressure, relationships quietly starved, character tested and sometimes bent, health eroded in silence, authenticity masked by performance, freedom replaced by new chains, legacy reduced to fleeting shadows, and the soul's deeper hunger left unaddressed. These are not hypotheticals or warnings for someone else. They are the prices countless people have already paid, and many are paying right now without fully seeing the ledger. The Stoics did not tell us to abandon ambition. They told us to pursue it with eyes wide open, with virtue as the compass, and with the understanding that external success is never the final measure of a life well lived. Marcus Aurelius ruled the known world, yet reminded himself nightly that the only thing truly in his power was the quality of his own judgments and actions. That same choice sits before you today. The question is no longer whether success will cost you. It always does. But whether you will pay those costs unconsciously and arrive at the summit hollow, or pay them deliberately, with wisdom guiding every step. You can still chase meaningful goals, build something valuable, leave a mark that matters, but only if you insist that the pursuit strengthens rather than diminishes who you are. Protect your mornings for reflection. Guard your evenings for the people who truly know you. Refuse to let hunger for more become permission to neglect what already matters most. Epictetus gave us the simplest test. Ask yourself, is this up to me? When the answer is yes, your effort, your integrity, your kindness, give it everything. When the answer is no, the applause, the ranking, the timeline, hold it lightly. In that disciplined space between desire and detachment lies the freedom ambition so often promises, but rarely delivers on its own. So pause today, Kelvin, and look honestly at the prices you're already paying. Are they worth it? If not, adjust small, steady, courageous adjustments before the bill grows heavier. You do not need to abandon your dreams. You only need to make them servants of a larger wisdom. True success is not the loudest title or the fullest account. It is waking up each morning able to meet your own gaze with quiet approval, knowing you lived with courage, treated others with justice, and kept your soul intact. That is the victory no one can take away. Thank you for walking this path with me. If these words stirred something real in you, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Like, subscribe, and above all, stay present, stay virtuous. I'll see you in the next one.